Welcome to the Sussex Football Show with me, Dean Kilford, and powered by your instant replay. The Sussex Senior Cup was a welcome distraction to Burgess Hill Town this past Tuesday night as they welcomed Eastbourne Borough. Borough were 2-0 up in the original tie that had to be abandoned when the floodlights failed a couple of weeks ago. It was the home team who made the early running, Smith-Joseph working the ball well on the far side before firing an effort at the near post. The rebound was narrowly wide by the sliding Dan Beck. Poku Birchie then worked hard to create a crossing opportunity. Enver didn't get enough on the original header, but Pat Harding would surely have expected to do better from close range. Eastbourne Borough was struggling to create chances, but Ryan Hall thundered against the crossbar midway through the second half as the National League South side tried to impose themselves on this cup tie. With extra time looming, up stepped Mitch Brumage to make a vital save to keep Burgess Hill in the tie. Lloyd Dawes' effort superbly beaten away. Into extra time we went and the Hillians got a second wind. Smith-Joseph working the opening for a shot. The rebound fell to Beck and he waited to readjust his body and fired a ball past Sam Howes and send the Hillians fans behind the goal into dreamland. As Borough pushed forward for an equaliser, they were nearly picked off. Substitute Jack Malaret threw on goal, but he blazed over when he could have settled the tie. But he needn't have worried. Burgess Hill Town held on for a famous victory. Haywards Heath Town await in the semi-final to be played at Culver Road next Tuesday. Much has been made of Worthing's poor home form this season, but on Saturday they blew that record out the water. Harlow Town were the visitors to the Bibby Financial Services Stadium. It took only 8 minutes for the Mackerel men to take the lead. Oddie Pearce finding space between the defenders and delightfully bringing the ball down before firing past Bexham. Worthing conceded far too many points from leading positions, and it was a sense of deja vu when Price Placid picked the ball up on the edge of the box. He got past the challenge of Clark before trickling an effort beyond the reach of Burntrow to level the scores. There didn't seem to be a lot of danger when Jesse Starkey picked the ball up just outside the centre circle. What followed next was the type of goal you can only dream of scoring. 30 yards out, postage stamp time. Worthing fans will be rewatching that goal again and again. On the stroke of half-time, Worthing were given a free kick on the edge of the area. Up stepped Oddie Pearce to grab his second of the game, beautifully curling the ball around the wall and into the bottom corner. Pearce had scored 8 minutes into the first half and he completed his hat-trick 8 minutes into the second, reacting quickest to Bexham's save to head in from barely a yard. And 3 minutes later, another corner, another goal. Edwards cutting the ball back for Joe Clark to turn in. Worthing were 5-1 up. Recent signing Kwame Poku has been a bright light since arriving at the club, and he lit up the Bibby Financial Services Stadium with a delightful goal. A quick shift and change of speed was followed by a calm finish as he gave the keeper the eyes. And keeping with the theme of 8, Oddie Pearce grabbed his fourth with 8 minutes to go. Confidence high, the striker carried the ball to the edge of the area and rifled one into the near post. A minute later, Pearce was replaced by Pattenden, and the young forward got in on the act himself, sliding in to finish off a cross from fellow substitute Callum Keeley. The two then reversed roles with the last kick of the game. Pattenden sliding the ball through to Keeley, who skipped round the keeper and kept his cool as Worthing put up an incredible 6 goals in the second half to run out 9-1 winners. And that margin of victory could prove crucial to goal difference as the playoff race heats up. Lewes themselves were looking to keep themselves in playoff contention. Standing in their way were runaway leaders Dorking Wanderers. Dorking worked a short corner early on and the deep cross came off the unfortunate head of Stacey Freeman. He didn't know much about it and Wanderers had the lead.
First goal of Dorking scored in the 7th minute.
Ben Pope has recently signed for the Rooks and he almost opened his account as his flicked header went into the grateful grasp of Slavomir Huck. Dome Bendwin and Golding combined as they looked to take the game to Dorking, the latter's effort just going past the upright. At 10 minutes into the second half, Lewes fell further behind, Freeman failing to get enough on his clearance, and James McShane did a quick spot of juggling before picking his spot. Golding then did well to get across to Pamment, but he couldn't generate the angle to get the header on goal, and there are enough green shirts to clear the danger. So Lewes dropped to 10th, although there are only 4 points from the playoff places and do have 2 games in hand on all the teams above them. Burgess Hill Town were hoping their exploits in the Sussex Senior Cup would have a positive effect on their league form. The Hillians have been conceding goals at an alarming rate. Mitch Bromage had to be alert early on to keep the scores level, superbly tipping over Beer's fierce strike. From the resulting corner there was nothing he could do as Joe Turner somehow sneaked in to head home, the winger wanting the ball more as he rose highest in the box. Straight from kick-off it was almost 2. Mackenzie lobbing the keeper, but the ball dipped onto the bar rather than under it. Harding then had a golden opportunity to level the scores, his side foot slicing wide. And they were made to pay when Tom Derry nipped in to win the ball and spotted Bromage off his line. The shot seemed to take an age, but eventually did cross the line. And before the half hour it was 3. Derry played through and he slid the ball past the on-rushing keeper. Things went from bad to worse as 6 minutes later Mackenzie stayed onside and kept his cool. The Burgess Hill defence were being run ragged. The only block for Tonbridge was a red card for substitute Jared Small. He needlessly lashed out on Cadman and was deservedly given his marching orders. Having the extra man meant that Burgess Hill could push forward, Jack Mellerick getting the first effort on target to cause problems for Henley. And with the final action of the game, Aaron Smith-Joseph shifted the ball onto his left, but he couldn't generate enough power to trouble the keeper. It's now just 1 point from a possible 18, and the Hillians are in trouble. That result for Burgess Hill meant that Whitehawk could climb off the bottom of the league for the first time in months if they could beat Potters Bar Town, a team that have earned a point in all 3 of their previous trips to Sussex. Bradley Sack had the Hawks worried early in the first half when his effort was lashed just wide. And then Hutchinson had Minter scrabbling as he delivered his shot from the edge of the area. But from that point on, Whitehawk seemed to settle. Rodriguez picked out Ty, but the ball fell to Muggeridge at the back post. He seemed to do everything right but beat the defender on the line. Early in the second half, Whitehawk thought they'd scored. Penny are judged to have been in an offside position. Replay showed the call was harsh, to say the least. And you definitely thought it wasn't going to be the Hawks' day when Muggeridge was played through. His first effort saved by the feet of Zanev, his second cleared off the line by Grace. But with 7 minutes to go, Whitehawk did get the goal they deserved. Penny bringing the ball down, only for Muggeridge to be denied again. But this time though, Lucas Rodriguez was there to fire home. Whitehawk are now off the bottom of the league and survival is very much within their reach. Thank you for watching the Sussex Football Show. I've been Dean Kilford and we'll be back next week with all the best of Sussex football, powered by your instant replay.